Hello, lords and ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy VIII, where today I will be showing you a stat maxing guide. Now, the fun thing about this stat maxing guide, obviously, is well, I got to show you exactly how to do. I'm gonna go through every way to do every stat. Obviously, we're gonna start nice and easy. We're gonna start with the Devour Method, which does involve us getting, you know, I want to make sure these adamant toises are level 100 for this, which I mean they're not going to be far off, but you still need to summon Doom Train. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to be easy to whittle them down due to their massively high defense. So obviously, using the Devour Method, there's multiple ways about going about doing it. Now, the Devour Method may not be the best method for every stat. There are some stats where the call shop method or the card method is just straight up better. But for what it is for now, for Vitality here, I'm showing the Devour Method with the Adamantoises first, which involves us using 4 dark sides on the poor Adamantoises, and Irvin is just, honestly, Irvin's kind of useless here. Irvin doesn't hold any purpose for most of this, to be honest with you, apart from the fact that he is my level upper and level downer. Now, I've got myself set up pretty much for every encounter. See, we got the munches and crunching sounds there, so all good. We get a +1 vitality from that. Now, you'll notice I use Dark Side 4 times. If you use Dark Side 4 times on a level 100 Adamantoise, it brings it well within the range of Devour. So one more here. Obviously, if you're using Dark Side, though, don't forget to, you know, equip Drain, just to keep your health topped up nicely. Like I say, each one of these Devours will give us, there we go, an extra 1 vitality per stat. Which, I mean, I should have showed you my vitality beforehand, but you know, Zell's vitality is already pretty high. Plus we get adamantite from it, which is also very useful for, yet again, you know, we can turn them into vit-ups later on with another trick. Now, this is not my main save file, obviously. This is, let's just show you, this is a save file that I have had prepped long in the making over here in save file 30. Yeah, that is one way to do vitality, is just adamantoises. Now, the next one that I want, I am actually going to turn on triple spade here while we head to the island closest to hell. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be the island closest to hell. The island closest to heaven works as well. In fact, the island closest to heaven is probably easier. Ignore the fact that I'm just going to knock out this Grendel in triple spade here. There's only one enemy I want to show over here for any worthwhile devouring, to be honest with you. I think I showed off in a completely different, unrelated episode. I'll show you my setup. Actually, as you can see, I've already been doing the stat maxing. So, Dark Side Revive, Devour on Zell, Auto Reflect, kind of useless, Protect, Haste, and I do have Ribbon on this save. I done a lot of Angelo searching. Kamikaze, Dark Side, Jeff on Squall with Auto Haste, Shell, Initiative. You know, so we can get that first action. Very nice for getting off, you know, either an early Dark Side or mostly for the Adamantoises, so I can get Doom Train straight off. Ribbon again. Irvin, level up, level down. Item, which is kind of, yeah, but I had nothing else to put there. Auto Haste, Auto Shell, Ribbon, and Alert to prevent back attacks. Also not very important. So there is one enemy I want to encounter here. And it is not a Hex Dragon. It's not a Hexadragon. Hexadragon? It's Hexadragon? Yeah, Hexadragon. It's not Hexadragon. Now, There is multiple ways to go about doing this. See, I'm going to show you the Devour first. There is one trick for speed that I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get working. They use a wonderful program called Hein. But at the minute, it does not seem to be playing ball. Now, this is the other enemy I was on about. T-Rexor. Now, this is the island closest to hell, so I already pretty much guarantee that this thing is going to be level 100 anyway. The only thing is, I have no idea how many times I need to use use Darkside on this. This really isn't one that I would normally go for. No, so we failed. So we might need another Darkside in there. Go! I mean, you do have a 5% chance of failing, even if it's under the threshold. You know, we failed again. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Should have really brought Scan, to be fair, and somebody with the magic command. See if we can't get it this time. So yeah. And nope. Yes, guys. I'm scared to hit him too many times in case he just falls down dead. Do you know what it is, Irvin? Shoot him. Boom. Get on there, big Irvine, with your big gun. Let's see what happens here. Still no? Really? Oh. That fail was the 5% chance. Awesome. Well, in fairness, right, there is an easier way to do the T-Rex. So I'll give me 2 moments there while I make a quick cut and I will get that sorted. And this is what I was looking for, but this one will work as well. So here we have a Marlboro. Now Marlboros, if you've got ribbons, bad breath does nothing. Now if you don't have ribbons or you don't have the patience to sit there for Angelo Revive to actually get you a ribbon, Pain, Berserk, Confuse and Sleep Junction, your status defense will do the job of, you know, keeping you alive. Oh, I hope I haven't messed me. No, I shouldn't have messed myself here, to be fair. This level down. This level down needs to take 50 levels off Marlboro. Awesome. That's 2. So with this one, we want to hit with Darkside 7 times. 4, 5. Which means Skull will be number 7, which means then Zell can Devour. Now Marlboro, despite you not thinking it, actually gives you 1 bonus spirit. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that number 4 there? I've lost count. 1 more Squall. Yeah, I think that was number 5. There it is. I'm gonna have Squall do it once more and then we'll Devour. I think I lost track. I lost track of me counting there. No, okay, one more. This one should be the one. This should... Really? I failed on 2 5%ers and gave up. That's diabolical. That is terrible. Right, let's change these junctions a second here, right? Because I don't need... No, I don't need... I'll keep Zells the way it is, right? I don't need GF anymore, so we can go Magic and Magic, right? There is multiple ways of doing this. I'm just trying to show you the quickest and the easiest for yourselves. Grinders, I will be back with either a T-Rexor or a Marlboro, whichever comes first. Okay, we're back here with a T-Rexor. So all I'm going to do here is I give everyone 300 demis. So I'm going to chuck a couple of dark sides, and then I'm going to start chucking demis at the T-Rex. Now this is probably isn't the most efficient way to do it, but without scan or access to scan, Demi is my best shot at essentially keeping track of how much health the enemy has. So there's not much else I can do about that really. Scan would also work fantastic. If you have scan, you can 100% use scan to scan them. Like I say, my Demi's there doing 6.5. So what I want to do now is I want to switch to Demi for them two, and then we're going to start having Zell hammer the Devourers, because at this point I don't have to worry. Once I'm using the Demis with Devour, Demi will not kill an enemy. It does 1/4 of its max, by 1/4 of its HP. One quarter of its current HP at that. So I can sort of use Demi just to keep a little track of, you know, how much health this thing actually has left. Nope, we failed. Okay. Might seem a bit arduous, but you know, I wouldn't recommend doing the T-Rexor method for strength anyway. It's kind of like the Marlboro method for spirit. That wouldn't be the one I'd recommend neither. I would definitely recommend, I mean, the Marlboro one for spirit is just as tedious as the call shot method really, so that's entirely up to you of which one you would rather go about doing yourself. No, still nothing. Awesome. So we'll just keep plodding on here and see what happens. It's gonna bite the bullet eventually, hasn't it? It's gotta succumb to Zell eating them eventually. Now obviously with max, right, with 255 liquid junctions, right? None of this team has 255 base. This is all 255 with junctions. This is just one I use. This is just like me beat down. I've got 2 battles left in this save file, which is Omega and Ultimacia. This is the one that I just jump on to I tend just to play cards against the CC club, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't tend to do a lot, or you know, I test different methods for, you know, stats, or that's pretty much it actually. There's no other methods to test anything for at this point in the game. It is purely just a stat check. Now if I could get Hide Save Editor, shout out to everyone who made the Hide Save Editor work to reset the Pupu encounter so I can actually encounter his dumb little UFO. There we go. We got the T-Rexor stats. +1 strength for Zell. Gain strength. I'm not sure if the Adamantite was clicking that, you know, because it would have said gain Vit. I'm pretty sure Zell's Vit is... let's check Zell's Vitality without junctions here. 235. Where's not on there? It is. So yeah. We got ourselves +1 strength for Zell there, using... Well, I mean, Zell's strength's already at base 255 anyway. But, you know, as you can see, they all are pretty high. Yeah, I don't go full 255 for everything. Some of them are 255, some of them aren't. It just depended how distracted I got when I was doing it. So I'm now going to make my way to the island closest to heaven. Now sorry, I don't know if I showed that island off. Obviously the island closest to hell is just off the Galbadia coast there. Is the island closest to heaven? The easiest way to do it is you've got, you know, the Chocobo Sanctuary there. This island here is the island closest to heaven, just off the Grandini Forest. Now this island has different encounter rates for, you know, stronger enemies. And it's one of the only places in the game you can fight a Chimera actually, now that I think about it. And then Uchu. Again, Ochu is not something I'm interested in. There's only a couple more I want to show off here as far as the Devour trick actually goes. Then we'll get into the other versions, you know, and I'm gonna put all the information out there, and you can choose what method suits you best, be it Devour, cards, or call shop. Now, one thing I will say, HP, the only method for HP is call shop. Right, you're not gonna get HP from devouring or cards or anything like that, right? It is pure and simple call shop, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, there we go. There's my friend Florence. Florence the Marlboro. Fred the Marlboro. Let's call him Fred. There's our boy, Fred the Marlboro. Marlboro? Marlboro? Marlboro. So, we want to level him down so he goes down to level 50. So 50 levels off. Perfect. Now 7 dark sides. So that's 1. I have to keep count. Which I'm really not very good at. It's 3. Apple. Right, so 1 more per swirl after this, and then Zell can devour. Now, dark side will never crit. I mean, it can. I mean, I'm saying it'll never crit, right? Zell crit there, but it's not going to break the damage limit. And there we go. That is Zell eating the Marlboro. As you can see there, it says increased morale, right? So, increased morale is +1 in spirit. Right, so T-Rex, you eat it, increased strength. Marlboro, increased spirit. Adamantoise increases your bit. Now, whereas all them are worth it, the one that's worth it, whoops, hang on, I went the wrong way, there it is. The one that I think is definitely worth it the most for the Devour method, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, Adamantoises and Marlboros aren't worth it. Let me just enable the game's very classy encounter none and triple speed again here. But there is one Devour method. Hey, get on the tree. There we go. Well, I knew you could do it. There is one enemy that devouring is worth it. Now, on this save file, I did not defeat Ultima Weapon. I instead got Tiamat. No, got Tiamat? I got Eden from Tiamat in Ultimicia's castle. Which means I still have my fixed encounters in the Deep Sea Research Center, which is very important for 2 reasons. One of these reasons is about to attack us right here on this screen, which is Tri-Faces, which I'm not at all actually set up to fight Tri-Faces at the moment. I mean, they go down easy enough. I'm just not set up, you know, for mugging or anything. How many curse spikes do I actually have? 8. Oh god. Okay, that's going to be a slog. But we can do it. It's a slog, but we can do it. I still have my fixed Tri-Face encounters. You know, we'll be up there to slap mug on a few characters and get them curse spikes in no time. But the one we're actually after is further down. It is not these guys. I've got to auto reflect on Zell still. Well. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to auto reflect on Zell. So is we'll cut away here and I'll meet you down at the next encounter spot. And we can get into what our next one is going to be for devouring, so I'll take care of that and I'll meet you right there. Right, so we're back. And now we are doing behemoths in the Deep Sea Research Center. So you need revive for this and kamikaze. Now at the level my party is at, or level 100, my behemoth is either a level 95 or a level 100. Which makes it a bit easier to work out for Kamikaze. Kamikaze will always do 5 times your character's max health. So in Squall's case, it will do 59,994 damage. But with a high enough luck stat, you have a chance to crit. And if you crit, you get the extra 6 damage up to the cap of 60,000 that's in this game. So, with that information, if the Behemoth is at level... This ain't gonna kill, I don't think. Once you revive Squall. So yeah, with that, if the Behemoth is at the level 95, I believe, after one Kamikaze, there's a 50% chance, and if it's level 100, there's a 30% chance. Oh wow, we actually got Zantetsuken. Okay. There's a 100% chance, 130% chance, sorry, of the Devour working. Now, if the Devour doesn't work, if the Behemoth casts Mighty Guard, which is what I'm hoping is going to happen in this next one here, if Gilgamesh doesn't come in and ruin it with Zantetsuken, then there is a way around that to increase your odds. So first and foremost, we will revive Squall. Now, you can't use the Demi method on the Behemoth. Behemoths are immune to gravity, so Demi will not work. But Squall will gladly lay down his life so Zell can get a +1 in his magic stat. Which is always nice. Boom. Ball goes bang. 60,000 damage. Zell is going to try and devour. Oh, there's the Mighty Guard. So if this Devour does not go through, then we will attack once with Urban. Helps if I actually click Devour. So we'll see what happens here. Is it going to go through? It did not. So we will attack once with Irvine here. Oof. Which means this Behemoth was a level 100 Behemoth, not a level 95 Behemoth as well. And there you go, see? The extra little tickle after Mighty Guard. Clear your head. Zell has now got an extra +1 in his magic stat there. So Behemoths are definitely the easier way to max magic. Obviously, I'll explain the shop method to do magic and stuff as well. But for now, I'm going to make my way... Whoop, hey, stop moving. Back up here. I'm going to also change my junctions around to give... what do I want on there? I suppose I don't need ribbon anymore. To get Mug on Squall and Zell. Because we have a lot of Tri-Faces that we want to go beat up now for Curse Spikes. Because, yeah, that's everything with the Devour method, to be honest with you. Apart from Pupu. If you want to devour Pupu, you're more than welcome to. He will give you +1 speed. He is the only thing in the game you can need for +1 speed. But yeah, I'm going to make my way up these stairs now. And I'm going to go fight a lot of Tri-Faces until we have 100 Curse Spikes. And I'll be back once that's done. If I untick all of it, right, I'll completely redo. We're back here at the Deep Sea Research Center, and I have successfully got the 100 Curse Spikes. So with them, what we can do is we tool refine 100 Curse Spikes into 1 Dark Matter, which with GF Ability Medicine, we turn 1 Dark Matter into 1 Luck Junction Scroll. And then through the use of Forbidden Medicine Refine, we can get 1 Luck Junction Scroll. Sorry about that, had to sneeze there. And with that 1 Luck Up we've got there, we can then feed that to a character, say Zell, and we get +1 luck. Now, I'm not 100% sure that luck is ever actually worth it, to be honest with you. It will take you 24 days to max your party's luck. I can't be bothered to go back in the Squall's Junction system to put no encounters on. I do apologise. Yeah, it'll take you 24 days or roughly 575 hours to max your party's luck. Which, honestly, I really don't think is worth it. I mean, luck for most characters, it's just their chance to hit and their crit ratio. It doesn't work that way for Squall. It's literally just as evasion. It has no bearing on, you know, Squall's finishes for his Redzikuken, Zell's duel time, Irvin's shot time. None of that. So I really don't think it's worth it all for the luck. But you know, you can if you want. The only thing Squall actually gets out of it is evasion. Yeah, this seems good enough. We'll go down here and we'll save up here. And then I guess we'll get into the expensive ways to start doing your stat increases. I can turn triple speed off now. So, we also have the shop method, the call shop method, which you need the S-Star pet shop for. Now, what we're after here is Hypno Crowns, 100 of them. I've already got 14. You can also do this with Giant Rings. It's the only way to do HPs with Giant Rings. I believe the other one is Force Armlets, right? Now, after Call Shop, through Forbidden Medicine Refine on... No. GF Ability Medicine Refine first. So our 100 Giant Rings become 10 Gears Rings. Our 100 Force Armlets turn into 1 Magic Armlet, and our 100 Hypno Crowns turn into 10 Royal Crowns. Then through Forbidden Medicine Refine, our Guy's Rings become 1 Guy's Ring to 1 HP up. Magic Armlet is 10 for 1 Spirit up, and it's 10 for 1 Magic up on the Royal Crown. Now, the only one that I think Call Shop is even remotely useful for, right, is HP. Right, that's it. I would not use the Call Shop method for anything else. Magic is honestly so much easier done with Behemoths, and I personally think if you're going to do Spirit, then do the Marlboro method, because that is also easier. Now that leaves 3 more ways that I am yet to show you for increasing your stats. Now, there is a card play down here. If you've done the Card Club quest in Bottom Garden on either Disc 2 or Disc 3, the Card Club is aboard the Ragnarok on Disc 4. And then through card modding, like Irvin here, to Rocket Engines, Aiden into Monk's Codes. Now, if you don't fight Ultimate Weapon, which I mean, to do this for the luck, you cannot fight Ultimate Weapon. The Eden card can be won from any member of the CC Club. I use the Diamond Duo here, the girl on the left of the Diamond Duo. I just think she has a better rate, and she plays them in order of, you know, lowest level lost to highest level lost. So basically through them card refines there, and then through, I think it's just straight up Forbidden Medicine Refine, to be honest with you. It is, yeah. 5 Adamantite into 1 Vital. 5 Rocket Engines to 1 Speed Up, which means you do need 2 Irvin cards per Speed Up. And the other one is Monk's Codes from the Eden card. Turn into 3 Strength Ups. So it's 1 Monk's Code per Strength Up. And then, same as normal. I mean, I've already maxed everyone's Strength doing this. But, yeah. Same as normal. You just do it that way, and then just to show you, we'll talk to the one on the left here. The first card she should play, if she's playing one of the cards I've lost to her, should be the Doom Chain. There we are. The Minotaur card, there it is right there. which, you know, nice easy win back, absolutely no qualms whatsoever. I have to be very careful because this is playing the plus roll right there, and I walked straight into that one. I paid absolutely no attention whatsoever because I tend not to pay attention during the plus roll, if I'm completely fair. But also at the same time, like I say, this isn't a save file that I use for very much anyway. I mean, I think I can still whip out a win from this. Yeah, still won. I'll take my Minotaur card back. The next card they'll play would be Aiden and then Irvine. Yeah, they are the ways to, you know, to max your stats, to maximize your stats. Now, I know you're wondering, how are we supposed to get all the money to do the HP up? It's 1.5 million. Well, there's a very, very easy way to do that, which I will show you now. I just need to get rid of all my mega potions. So, through buying 100 tents and 100 cottages, 4 tents into 1 mega potion, and 2 cottage, 1 mega potion. And what you're going to see here when we sell these mega potions here is we are selling that for 562,000 gil. But to buy them back, whoops, I just have to be on buy to do that. That's 75,000 gil there, which is the price of what? 1? Yeah, it's the price of 1. No, probably maybe it's 10. And then that is 135,000, so that's what? 200,000 gil is all it costs to then obviously, you know, go ahead and make an awful lot more than that. This is how you will make your money if you want to do the shop method for any of these, let alone just the... Where did they go? There they go. Go and do the shop method for any of these, let alone just, you know, their HP. But it is, the shop method is the only way to do the HP. You cannot max your health out any other way than using the shop method, unfortunately. Which I know it kinda sucks, but thankfully HP isn't one of them ones that's like super mandatory. You can get away without having max health, as it were. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'll take some more amnesia greens just in case I need them. But yeah, it's not terrible. My preferred method is obviously, well, look, you've got no choice but to do curse spikes if you want anywhere near max luck. I would settle for, you know, hitting 255 with junctions. Even just over 200 with junctions is probably going to be good enough for anything you need. Obviously, like I said, HP, there's only the call shop method. Unfortunately, you've got no choice but to buy those giant rings, turn them into guy's rings. But at least each guy's ring is giving you 1 HP up, so it's not too bad. And again, I just aim for as simple as max health with junctions. I mean, I can even show you myself here if I go to the score and take off full life. He's in 9187. Right, like I'm not getting anywhere near max health yet. Strength, I would do the Eden card method. I would 100% just card mod Eden, win Eden back, rinse and repeat. I would also just focus on only doing 1 card at a time. I really just get a 1-tap encounter. I just stepped out. What's this? Oh, it's our weird alien. It's Pupu. Now, if I can get this working, I can then show you another way to max your speed. Hopefully I can get it working. We'll find out whether I can or not. Yeah. What's it? Yeah, HP, you want to do the shop. Strength is always going to be the Eden card, and obviously just, you know, focus on just the Eden card, or if you want to go that way for Vitality for Minotaur. Personally, as good as that is for 2 Vit up, you know, Adamantoises come in battles of 2. I know it's a little bit more taxing to have to, you know, defeat the Adamantoises. but that's a guaranteed 2-bit plus 8 drop and a Mantite as well. So every other battle you're going to be getting slightly more than you're going to be getting in your Minotaur, but what I tend to do with it is I tend to just mix them both, so I'm not just playing a load of cards or doing a load of battles. You know, I'll mix and match it. Spirit, Malbros for a while, but that does get tedious because there's no guaranteed encounter, and then to finish it off, to get it to whatever level I wanted at, I will just do the Force Armlet, the Magic Armlets from the Call Shop method. I think that's perfectly justifiable. You know, again, mix and match whatever you've got the time for. When you've got a limited amount of time to play, Call Shop if you've got a little bit longer, maybe it's one for the Malboros. Strength, I've covered. Magic, Behemoths all the way, fixed encounters at the Deep Sea Research Centre. Just devoured Behemoths repeatedly. And that's pretty much it. Speed, like I say, speed at the minute is locked to the Irvin card. Actually, there is another way to do speed. Do I have the items though? Do I have the item? Do I have the time? Do I have the items? I do. Cactus Thorns. I do believe with ammo, with tool refine, I can turn those Cactus Thorns into something else. No? Forbidden Medicine refined? Turn the Cactus Thorns into something else? JF Ability Medicine. Yes, JF Ability Medicine with the Cactus Thorns gets you 100 needles. And then through Forbidden Medicine refined, 100 needles does get you 1 speed up. So you can go and grind the Cactuars on the Cactuar Island if you really want it as well. Which is another way, you know, just building up that speed while teaching your GFs their abilities and whatnot. That works as well. But there is one other method I'm hoping I can get working. If not, then I'll explain it at the start of next episode. But if I can, I will attach it to the end of this. But, as always, this is Daddy Gladdy. And, you know, this has been my guide to maximizing your stats in Final Fantasy VIII. So, as always, this is Daddy Gladdy, signing off. Stay safe. Alright guys, this is Thomas coming from the future. Ooh. So I managed to find one of my older Final Fantasy VIII saves. So I do occasionally keep backups in certain parts, especially in preparation for the videos, just, you know, in case I need to double check anything or anything like that. And I found one right before Pupu, which means that I now get to show you the best speed farming the best way to farm speed ups in the game. So I'll go over the setup first, ignore the stats. The stats are very silly as normal. So one character, level up, level down, that's all they need. Another character with dark side and somebody with encounter none, or you can use the game's built-in encounter none if you don't want to run the ability. And then one character with magic and auto reflect. Now that's very important. So, while we're up here on this plateau, as you can see, we've pushed the Pupu side quest as far as the UFO encounter, where we actually have to, you know, you bust up the UFO, flies out the air, lands at Balam, where Balam Garden used to be. Except, we don't want it to fly off. We want to keep this UFO here with us. Now I'm doing it this way because I know for a fact if I'm level 100 and I use level up, then Pupu will gain exactly 20 levels, which will take him to 100, which means he survives a dark side from Squall. Then your auto reflector just casts Holy on himself, and you hold, well in my case it's R2 L2, RT right T, RT LT, or whatever controller you're using, your runaway commands, which will bounce the auto. Obviously, the auto reflector will bounce the Holy back onto Pupu. But you will escape as his UFO starts to break. And you still get the Aegis Amulet for winning, the Aegis Amulet, which I did forget one very important thing for doing this long term. No, I've got Drain on. I thought I had Drain on. Why isn't Drain propping? Interesting. Okay, whatever. Well, Drain's not propping for some reason, but it should. Whatever. Yes. So that gets us the Aegis Amulet. Aegis Amulet's down here, because I've already got 4. And then through the Magic of Forbidden Medicine refine, you can refine 2 Aegis Amulets into a speed up. Now what makes this the quickest option is, as you're about to say here, because I never actually, the UFO never actually flew off, the game's sort of internal checkbox for this battle being completed is to watch the UFO fly off. Except it hasn't flew off anywhere. Which means I am... I didn't know Pupu had 100% resistance to drain. That makes sense, I suppose. It is a metal spaceship. Yeah, so I have absolute free reign here to farm this as many times as I want, to get as many speed ups as is required or needed, because you will always escape during the animation. Now it doesn't have to be holy. I just use holy because it's not a spell that I ever have junctioned anything. Where's me tents at? There they are. Now this trick even works in triple speed. I'll show you here. All these tricks that I've showed you work in triple speed. Just so people are aware. Triple speed does not affect anything, it just makes it quicker. As you're about to see here, we run away. Still procs, we still get out. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. How far we farmed what? 3 Aegis Armlets there already? In 4 minutes. And the first 3 were at normal speed. As you can imagine, doing this with, obviously, in triple speed like this, especially once you get into the flow of it, and the inputs become very natural, you know exactly what you're doing. Boom, you're away. I'm not sure who discovered this trick, but it's an absolute godsend that they did. This is by far and away the best speed up farm in the game, hands down. This is so much better than the 2 Irvin cards to get what, 1 speed up. I mean, I'm 5 minutes in here and I've got like what, 6, 7 Aegis Armlets now. Like, this is absolutely insane. It's insanely fast. Just because of what's required by it, it's not a difficult fight. It's so quick, and I suppose if you need multiple evasion junctions, then they're there. I mean, there you go. See, we're up to 7 there already, with the speed up right there. I mean, this is a file where I've already, maxed everyone's speed and stuff like that. This should be doable on disc 4. Pupu isn't locked inside of a city at all anywhere. So yeah, nice and easy. So as always, this is Daddy Gladdy signing out. Stay safe.